Hi, in this video, I'll show how to animate in the BFDI style in Alight motion, as it's been requested by many. I'll try my best to teach authentically, in a short yet comprehensive way. If you have any further questions, you can always ask in the comments, and I'll try my best to respond. This video will contain where to get assets, tips and notes, and how to animate. Without further ado, let's get started. For this tutorial, we are gonna be using Book. This is the audio we'll use.
Before Robbie goes, we'd like to give him a farewell, and maybe a quick flight on a dragon, and we could, do?
Very nice. When I get my assets for object animation, I get them from Fandom. I search up BFDI Limbs assets and click on the Battle for Dream Island wiki. Here you can find all sorts of high-quality assets categorized into different sections. I have already downloaded a bunch and keep them in my gallery. Open up Alight Motion and create a new project with 24 FPS with whatever ratio you like. If your device is strong enough, I like to use the QHD resolution, as I find the FHD one a bit crunchy. If your device is blessed by Meow themselves, then you can use the 4K resolution, but I don't recommend it, preferably avoid it. Add the assets, a reference of the character for scale, and the audio. Scale the limbs, draw the guides for the legs, and parent them like this. The hardest thing about animating is starting. But if we learn some simple movements, then it gets much easier. Putting two keyframes close to one another and moving one up is a start, but it's not quite what we're looking for. The BFDI style likes to use a lot of recoils, or in other words, bounce back. We'll make this by putting another keyframe in between the first two and moving it beyond the third keyframe. It's called overshoot. To make this look even better, tween the first ease with ease in and the second one with ease out. You can play around with the curves till it fits your liking. Go to rotation and place 3 keyframes, 2 of them next to each other, the third one over the overshoot keyframe. Slightly rotate the second keyframe back and the third keyframe forward. This gives a punch to the character. To make this look even better, we'll advance to 4 keyframes. Go back to the first keyframe and put one a few frames before it. Move the second keyframe down a bit and tween it with ease in. You can slightly bend the curve at the end to make it less sharp. You can also move the first rotation keyframe back if you'd like. This is what we call anticipation. It's the preparation for an action to gain more energy, like when punching something. Now that we have the different ways of creating slight movements, you listen to the audio and think where they should go. Then it's just to start placing out. To help guide where you want to put the movements, you can decide beforehand on what words they'll move. Now we've got this so far, let's move on to the limbs. I usually just listen to the audio and do one arm at the time. Parent it to book asset, mark them with left and right to keep track of them easier, and pose them along with the body movements. To move the arm, go to Rotate and put the keyframes at the end. Rotate the second keyframe to match the other arm's position halfway. On the other arm, add two keyframes and make the first one overshoot. If you want to make a smear frame for a smoother transition between arms, go to Size and put two keyframes, one in the middle and one at the end of the content. Stretch the second keyframe and tween it with ease in. For the second arm, put two keyframes next to each other and make the first one all stretched. Go to Rotate and put a keyframe next to the first one. Rotate the first one down slightly, so it's smoother transition. For the legs, we put the pivot points at the heels. Go to Skew and move the first scale to match the body movements. You use the guides to get the limbs to stay attached to the same place. You will need to squash and stretch the legs in scale too. Get the eyes you want and pose only one side of all the eyes and eyebrows. I put a rectangle behind, just so I don't accidentally try to make it go along the body now, as we'll do that later.
Before Robbie goes, we'd like to give him a farewell, and maybe a quick flight on a dragon, and we could, do?
When tweening a blink, go to Scale and put two keyframes at the end of the first open eye. Then squish down the second keyframe and make it ease in. For the closed eye, I do 3 keyframes and squish the one in the middle and put ease out then ease in. For the second open eye, put two keyframes at the start and stretch the first keyframe, tween it with a sharp ease out. There's this one small detail I like to do. I go to Move and put two keyframes next to each other and move the second one a bit. It makes her look more alive.
Before Robbie goes, we'd like to give him a farewell, and maybe a quick flight on a dragon, and we could, do?
Select all the eyes and group them, then duplicate it and drag it to the other side. This eye is asymmetrical, so you go click on Edit Group and flip the eye. You might need to adjust it a bit till it looks right.
Before Robbie goes, we'd like to give him a farewell, and maybe a quick flight on a dragon, and we could, do?
The mouth is a bit more tedious process as we can't really frame picker like you would do in Adobe. Listen to the audio and get the mouths you need, and remember to put the pivot point at the very top of all the mouths. Double check to make sure you didn't forget that. Make sure they're all the same size too. Now you will listen to the audio and copy and paste each mouth to where they fit. Depending on how long the text is, this can take a very long time. Once you're done, select all of them and create a new group. Squash and stretch the mouths that holds for 2 frames or longer. We put two keyframes and stretch or squish one of them to match the next mouth before or after. I like to use this tween. Once you're done with that, you can go back, resize the mouth, parent it to the white box, and put it in position. Group the whole face together, parent it to Book Asset, and add any extra adjustments or movements if you'd like. And that's mostly it.
Before Robbie goes, we'd like to give him a farewell, and maybe a quick flight on a dragon, and we could, do? Before Robbie goes, we'd like to give him a farewell, and maybe a quick flight on a dragon, and we could, do?
These are mostly the basics and stuff. It's a good start if you're making your own object show in Alight Motion. There's plenty of room for improvement in this animation. You can add your own special touches to it. If you want to look into the file, here's a QR code you can scan to the project, or I'll link it in the desk. Please check these out too. They're extremely helpful. Okay, bye now.